Mic check. Mic check, 1, 2. You're good. Mic check, 1, 2. Check, check. Check, check. Mic check. Okay. Yep.
Came on my birthday. I told. I try with. I try to get Brian to do a home. And the what the 15 to 6. Top of the eighth. In. Tommy? Yes, he on top. Then,
and you got your scoreboard on there too, Javon? Yep.
Oh, it's true. Oh, I see. Oh.
Javon, go ahead and put that scoreboard all the way down. Drag it all the way to the bottom. And then go ahead and get rid of your...
Our first... One time, a book called, Q turned it in. Q. He had. Oh, that's Quentin for you. I know that. I have watched soccer. I have brought. Yeah, of course. Now she plays. Of course, now. Is it? Now, it's Haley. Now, is it Haley? One that. Hey, oh, I see. That's, of course. That's right. I remember. Hey, that's right. Because I will tell you a fun thing. I still remember this when. What was Haley and. What? Okay, dokie. 7:00. Oh, I see. You go ahead. I think there's a silver. I was like, so I can sit and walk, listen to the. That, I will tell you a fun fact. Okay. Oh, sure. I will tell you. Let me check. Are we live yet there, Javon? Okay, I'm getting ready to do the pregame show. Okay. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome you to Central Methodist University and Puckett Fieldhouse for tonight's Hardin Rector Conference volleyball match between Central Methodist and Baker University. Quentin Norris sitting in the catbird seats. Central Methodist under head coach Coleman Lee. They are 19-5, 8-2 in the conference. Baker 10-9 and 3-7 in the conference as well. This past Saturday, Central Methodist defeated Mount Mercy in a 3-game sweep, 25-13, 25-18, and 25-11. Well, this past Tuesday night, Baker lost to Benedictine, 25-23, 16-25, 12-25, and 20-25. This is the second time these two teams have met. The first time came on September the 24th down in Baldwin City, Kansas. Central Methodist won that one 25-11, 25-23, 23-25, and 25-17 as well. Upcoming events in the local and the national sports event there. Of course, coming up tonight is, of course, game number 4 of the American League Championship Series between the New York Yankees and the Cleveland Guardians. There's New York leads that series 2-1 there. Of course, Cleveland won Game 3 last night, 7-5 in 10 innings on a David Fry game-winning 2-run homer there for the victory there. Also going on right now is, of course, game number 5 of the National League Championship Series. In the bottom of the 7th inning, the New York Mets lead the Los Angeles Dodgers 11-6. The Dodgers lead that series 3-1. Of course, the Dodgers had runners at second and third, nobody out in the top of the first inning, and came away with nothing there as well. Game 6 will be Sunday night, 7 o'clock there, down at Dodger Stadium. And, of course, tomorrow we got the women's soccer taking on William Penn at 1. 3:30 men's soccer taking on William Penn down at Davis Field there as well. And also Game 5 of the American League Championship Series. New York and Cleveland. And, of course, Cleveland has a chance to go up 2 games, trying to even the series at 2 there as well. If you look at the standings, Benedictine 8-1, 17-4. Central Methodist 8-2, 19-5. Mount Mercy 8-3, 12-13. Grandview 7-3, 9-12. Of course, Central Methodist will play Grandview on Friday night. Mid-American answering the number 5 slot, 6-5, 12-11. Park is 4-4, 14-8. Culver Stockton 5-5, 13-9. They'll play them 2 weeks from tonight on senior night. William Penn 5-5, 15-0. They'll play them next Saturday down in Osceola, Iowa. Missouri Valley 5-5, 13-10. Of course, Central Methodist plays Missouri Valley Tuesday night in Fayette. Peru State 5-7, 10-15. The number 11 slot, Baker 3-7, 10-9. 12 is Clark 2-9, 11-14, and then 1-1. 1-11 is Graceland, and then 2-19 is their overall record there as well. So great crowd on him this Friday night there. And also I'd like to give a shout out to a great friend over at KMMO Radio named Greg Schmidt. Tonight he is broadcasting an 8-man football game between Concordia and Sweet Springs. This is his 6,000th game tonight. So, of course, I've known Greg Schmidt for almost 35 years there, most notably doing games, mostly at the Slater Wildcat Classic there during the week there. So I had an opportunity to meet with, known Greg for a number of years there. So Greg, if you're listening in from Sweet Springs, Missouri, I want to say congratulations to you. Also the people at KMMO Radio, mostly my good friend there who I've known for several years, named Larry Smith there. Larry, I want to say hi to you there. Hopefully we'll see you at one of the ball games later on down the road there as well. So, and also you may know about tomorrow's baseball game between Cleveland and the New York Yankees. This will be my 1,600th baseball game that I have been a part of throughout my years there as well. So I just want to tell you guys there. I've been a lot of fun there. And so great time there. We're about 10 minutes away from the start of the Central Methodist volleyball match with Baker. And at the end of 7 innings, the New York Mets lead the Los Angeles Dodgers 11-6. Also, 55 years ago Wednesday, the New York Mets won the World Series, upsetting the Baltimore Orioles in a 5-game classic there. Of course, they had a gentleman named Don Clendenin, the MVP, hit 3 home runs there. Of course, the winning pitcher was a gentleman named Jerry Kuzman there, was on the mound there that night. So great night for the New York Mets there. Hopefully they get back to Los Angeles for Game 6 on Sunday as well. If there is a Game 7 there, and I believe, let me check at my schedule there, it'll be Monday night. I think it's be Monday night. Let me check. Sorry, I was just checking my little stats. At 7 o'clock there on Fox Television for Game 7. That Dodger Stadium on 1000 Vin Scully Drive there. And if Cleveland does win tonight, there will be a Game 6 Monday afternoon, 4 p.m. there on TBS from Yankee Stadium. And, of course, a week from tonight is Game 1 of the World Series. So if the Dodgers do win, they'll host Games 1 and 2 at Dodger Stadium. Otherwise, the Yankees could host one, but I think the Mets, if the Mets rally, they'll be on the road either at New York or Cleveland there. Cleveland's trying to get there since 2016, trying to win their first world championship since 1948. You got the Mets. They're trying to get to their Fall Classic, to the World Series, first time since 2015. They're trying to win the World Series since 1986 there as well. There as well. So there the Dodgers are trying to get to the World Series since 2020, and they're trying to also win their 8th World Series championship of the franchise there as well. So a lot of things can be happening now. Boy, this is an exciting time of year. Of course, a week from tomorrow, Central Methodist men's basketball. They'll be taking on Harris Stowe, 2 p.m. pregame, 1:45 pregame show. I'll probably, most likely, I'll have the play-by-play for you there as well at 2 p.m. So we're about ready to get started here on this Friday night. Quentin Norris sitting in the catbird seat. Great crowd on hand there. Of course, Mo Valley on Tuesday night. And now it looks like Central Methodist will be getting ready to take the floor there, warming up there. There as well. For Central Methodist football, of course, they lost to Baker University. Grandview last night, 42-7 there. They're 0-6. They're 0-7 on the year, trying to go for win number 1 on October the 26th at Baker University there for a 1 o'clock kickoff there as well. Of course, Baker, their next game tomorrow night, 6 p.m., taking on Missouri Valley down in Marshall. Central Methodist takes the floor there. Glad to have you with us on the CMU Eagles and the Higher American Conference Network. Quentin Norris sitting in the catbird seat. A lot of fun sports events going on there. Of course, all the football's starting to wind down there. along with so many other sports events there. Soccer, I think they have, two more. I think the women's side, 2 more games left there. They play at Benedictine. I know the men's game on that Wednesday night will mark my 700th soccer game there as well. So that'll be in Atchison. That's like 7:30 there start time as well. And then they close out next Saturday taking on Clark there. The men, after tomorrow, they'll have 3 left there. And then they have another October 30th hosting Mid-American Nazarene on their senior night as well. So lots of stuff there. Women's basketball start up on October 28th. 10 days from now, taking on Haskell under new head coach Dustin Young there. 5:30 start time. And, of course, pregame at 5:15 p.m. there as well. So a lot of fun stuff there. Of course, Kansas City Chiefs, they'll play the San Francisco 49ers rematch of this past Super Bowl. 3:25 down at Levi Stadium there as well. Of course, noon, it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Green Bay Packers down at Lambeau Field. That should be a fun one there at 7 o'clock there as well. Also at 7 o'clock that Sunday night, the New York Jets take on the Pittsburgh Steelers down at Heinz Field there. That should be a fun matchup there, of course. That's a 7:20 start time there. A couple of Monday nighters. Of course, the Baltimore Ravens, they take on Tampa Bay. At 7:15 is 8 o'clock there that night. And the Los Angeles Chargers take on the Arizona Cardinals. That game with the Arizona Chargers game, that's on ESPN Plus. And, of course, to get ESPN Plus, all you do is just go to ESPN.com there as well. Also, this coming Tuesday there, you got the NHL game. The Washington Capitals take on the Philadelphia Flyers at 5 o'clock start time. 7:30 that night, you got the Colorado Avalanche take on the Seattle Kraken down at Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle there as well. So, a lot of fun games going on now. Crowd starting to file in there. As we're about a minute or so from the start, well, of course, we'll have national anthems, starting lineups. And, of course, the first serve of the match there as well. So we're ready to get started here. Of course, the volleyball after this. They probably have, I'm trying, 3, 4, 3, like 6 games after this. We close out on Election Day, taking on Park down in Kansas City. So we're about ready to get started here. Quentin Norris on the catbird seat. Of course, like I said, some of my friends, that's Danny Woodham. Of course, his niece is Addie Woodham, number 5 for Baker. Of course, their other uncle is Daryl, and of course, his mom, Addie's mom and dad's Aaron and Sharon Woodham, and along with her aunt, Carmen Richter. All my great friends from Central, all went to Central Methodist there as well. Oh, so great. Now playing for Baker. So I, of course, had a great visit with him right before the pregame show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bucket Fieldhouse for tonight's North America Athletic Conference women's volleyball matchup between the visiting Wildcats of Baylor University and your number 21 nationally ranked Central Methodist Eagles.
Central Methodist number 21.
We ask all coaches, players, and spectators abide by the NAIA Champions and Heritage values, which are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. And now, if you
That's Addie Whitcomb. It's Mia Trankler. Annabelle Mossin. Julia Gattinelli. Martina Gonzanto. That's Joanna Milo. Kelsey Walker. That's the say hey, Rita Campos. Right through that program there, Javon. I just didn't know. I was waiting till we got the intro.
That's not bad.
That's okay. For Central Methodist and Baker. Quentin Norris sitting in the catbird seat there. Baker in the white uniform. Looks like some black and orange trim and looks like Navy numerals there. Central Methodist. They're in the black uniform, white trim, white numerals. Burns on the bats. Both teams huddling over there on this Friday night, October 18th. Also, you may know, also happened 36 years ago, today. Mark McGuire hit a home run in the bottom of the ninth inning in Game 3 of the 88 World Series off of Jay Howe to trim the lead to 2-1 there. Also, you may know, 47 years ago today, a gentleman named Reggie Jackson hit 3 home runs in Game 6 of the 77 World Series on 3 pitches, all 3 pitchers, and put all 3 of them in the seats. Of course, Reggie Jackson had 5 home runs in that entire 1977 World Series there. Of course, the Yankees defeated the Dodgers 9-5 there, and hopefully we may see a Yankee-Dodger series. The last time these two teams met in the World Series, you go back to 1981. There, this would be the 12th time in a span of 83 years. So Baker has won the toss. They will serve there. Looks like Kirsten Harmon with the serve too. After the miss hit, but they was get it over to Ganelli. Ganelli sets it up for Gasanto. Back goes Baker. Say hey, dugs it out to Milo. Here comes Baker there. Slaps it out of bounds, and a point for Central Methodist. 1-0. 1-0 Central Methodist there. So Joanna Milo, what an amazing career from Portugal. Will serve there. Back goes Baker. Two-handed set play to the Sehe, to Ganelli. Mossin. Little floater. Back goes Milo to Ganelli. Here's Mossin. Touch pass to Gasantos. Goodnelli. Milo, beautiful. Joanna Milo makes it 2-0. Dustin Carrier giving out instructions. Back goes Avian Ace. Joanna Milo makes it 3-0. 3-0 here in the first set. Quick start there. Central Methodist trying to go for win number 20. That's into the net. First points for Baker. So now in the serve for Baker. Caitlin Stout from Overland Park, Kansas. Line drive, sir, out of bounds, and a 4-1 lead for Central Methodist. That is the Say Hey, Rita Campos. Where's the number 24? Like another famous 24, the great Willie Mays, who, of course, 70 years ago made a spectacular catch in Game 1 of the 1954 World Series off the bat of Vic Wirtz. Campos. There's Gasanto. Into the net, partially blocked. And I believe that is a 4-hit call, and it's a 5-1 lead for Central Methodist. As the Say Hey, Rita Campos. Say Hey with the serve. And a point for Central Methodist. Into the net call, makes it 6-1 now. So Say Hey, Rita Campos. And it looks like the volleyball coach from Baker wants an explanation from the down official there. Campos serving. Nice line drive serve. And it's 7-1 Central Methodist. Campos serving. Campos serving. Another line drive serve. Here comes Baker. That is another point for Central Methodist. Makes it 8-1 now. Holman Lee giving out instructions. Central Methodist is already on a 5-1 run. They scored the first three. Baker got it on the service error. Make it 3-1. Then the next 5 with Central Methodist. Campos. That's going to be an ace. It's 9-1. So 9-1 now. Back goes Baker. Off the ceiling to Whitham. Here comes Central Methodist. Ganelli. Trankler puts it on the line. 10-1 Central Methodist. As the Say Hey, Rita Campos serving. Campos serving. It's touch. Actually, I think it's out of bounds. So a service error, and Baker, after a 7-0 run, now it's 10-2. So now in the serve is Emma Grossham from Baldwin City, Kansas. That's where Baker University is located at. Ganelli. Gasanto makes it 11-2. Central Methodist. Gabby Aturik. As Gabby Aturik will serve. 11-2 now. From Poland. Kill shot to Aturik. Dizo. Back goes Baker. Oh, line drive, and it's 11-3 now. So 11-3. So number 16, Taryn Dial from Topeka, Kansas. One of my good friends lives there named Gene Cassell. Knew him from Marshall, Missouri. Into the net, and it's 12-3, Central Methodist. So Annabelle Mawson, what an amazing career for her. Graduate from Jeff City. Of course, her mom is Julianne. Her sister is Quinn. Off the ceiling, hit maybe one of the basketball standers, and it's a point for Baker. Or as the great Joe Garagiola would say on NBC television, that is called a Joe Morgan dying quail single. So Addie Woodham will serve. Back to Aturik. Dizo with the left-handed shot there. And another point for Baker. They're on 12-5. 12-5 now in this first set there. Woodham from Pleasant Hill, Missouri. I think last fall, Pleasant Hill went to the state Class 3 championships, if I remember correctly, down in Cape Girardeau. Aturik. Schrankler. The say hey to Aturik. Milo. Out to Mawson, to Aturik. Schrankler, I think that's out of bounds. Yeah, and now Baker's on a 3-0 run now. And it's 12-6. Central Methodist at one time went on a 7-0 run now. Woodham. Out of bounds, and it's 13-6, Central Methodist. So that's Kelsey Walker. Kaya Cole from Weldon Springs, around the St. Louis area. Here comes Baker. Aturik. Milo. And it's blocked, I believe, by Kelsey Walker. Makes it 14-6. Cole will serve. Another line drive serve. Dizo to Aturik. Milo. Back goes Baker. Blocked. But here comes Baker. Mawson. Milo. Back goes. And a point for the Wildcats. Makes it 14-7. Number 6, there's Kylie Murray from Florissant. That's in the St. Louis area. Mawson to Aturik. Walker, beautiful shot. Kelsey Walker makes it 15-7. 15. So now it is number 7, Giulia Ganelli from Verona, Italy. Back goes Baker. Kill shot out of bounds, and it's 16-7. That matches the largest lead. It was 10-1 earlier. Now it's 16-7. Actually, 11-2 also earlier, then 12-3. Anelli in the serve. Into the net, makes it 16-8. So now in the serve there, number 23. That's Kirsten Harmon from Branson, Missouri, home of Silver Dollar City. Boy, that's a beautiful area. If you ever have a chance to go there, I will encourage you, especially during the Christmas season. They have a lot of beautiful stuff during the Christmas holidays. Ganelli. Milo, oh, that's a beautiful shot. Makes it 17-8. 17-8, Jelana Milo in the serve. Wouldn't it be something we have an NFL game be played in our hometown of Lisboa, Portugal? Out of bounds there, and it's 18-8. That's the largest lead for Central Methodist. Not only an NFL, but maybe an NHL game. 18-8 now. Here comes Baker. Ganelli. Mawson. Here comes Baker. Ganelli. Walker. That goes. That is blocked, I believe. Kelsey Walker. 19-8. That's the largest lead of the match. They're 6 points away from taking the first set. Milo in the serve. Bucket Fieldhouse shivering with its concrete foundations. 19-8 now. And that's a kill there, and it makes it 19-9. So now in the serve is number 17, Caitlin Stout. Stout serving to the say-hey, to Kelsey Walker. Mawson. That is Milo Ganelli. Kelsey Walker, it's a block, but out of bounds. 20-9, Central Methodist. And Mia Trankler checks into the game as the say-hey, Rita Campos in the serve. Also another famous 24, always like Tony Perez, the first baseman for the Cincinnati Reds that won the World Series back in 1975 and 1976. Of course, his son Eduardo is doing Game 4 of the American League Championship Series. And it's 21-9. That is the largest lead now for Central Methodist. 21-9. 4 points away from the first set. Here is the say-hey. Block. And it's a point for Baker, making it 21-10 now. (21-10) first set, and now in the serve for Baker University, Emma Grosahim will serve there. Ganelli, oh nice, two-handed set play, makes it 22-10. Gabby Otorek will. That's Lauren Strange. Otorek from Poland. I tell you, would it be exciting to see an NFL game be played in Poland? Or either that, I think their most popular sport is the NHL hockey. I think they'll probably do like they did 2 weeks ago. I think it was when New Jersey and Buffalo played a series. I think it was in, I would like to say Sweden or somewhere in that area. So we may have a couple of NHL games be played in Poland. But we'll see what Commissioner Gary Bettman has to say. Say hey to a Turek. Trankler. Back goes Baker. Milo to a Turek. There's Lauren Strange. A Turek to the say hey. Musson. Back goes Baker. That's Woodham. Out to a Turek to the say hey. That's Lauren Strange. 23-10, Central Methodist. And now they're 2 points away. That's Maggie Johnson checking in from Kennington. Same area where another former Central Methodist softball player, name of Allie Ferris. A Turek. That goes Baker. Touch shot is good, and make it 23-11 there. So now in the serve is Taryn Dial. Junior came from Kansas Community College. Dial. Out to Milo. A Turek. Oh, nice shot there by Annabelle Mawson, and it's at point. 24-11 now. Set point. Set point now. Fans are getting those hands clapping. Woodham. Here comes Baker. To the Sayhag. A Turek. Lauren Strange puts it over, and Central Methodist wins at 25-11. Win the first set, and they lead it 1-0. We'll have set 2 for you in 2 minutes, 2 seconds on CMUEagles.com and the Heart Conference Network. Central Methodist won the first set, 25-11 now as we begin set number 2. There went Norris calling from the catbird seat at Pocket Fieldhouse. There. We should give you an update on the baseball scores, especially Game 5 of the National League Championship Series between the New York Mets and the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers lead that series 3-1. Last I heard, I think it was 11-6 in the bottom of the 7th inning here. But let me check on my baseball scores. For Central Methodist baseball. They'll be getting started before too long. Boy, I'm really looking forward to some Central Methodist baseball. Looking forward to doing their play-by-play on those Saturday afternoons there. Boy, it just feels like I'm sitting in the ballpark, and that's Vin Scully in the broadcast booth. The New York Mets defeated the Dodgers 12-6. So the Dodgers still lead that series 3-2. Game 6 Sunday night, 7 o'clock from 1000 Vin Scully Drive there. At the end of one inning, the New York Yankees lead Cleveland 2-1. The Yankees still lead that series 2-1 there. Game 5 tomorrow night in Cleveland on 7 o'clock on TBS. Gina Ganelli will serve there. Beautiful hair. Reminds me of a lady named Nancy Seaver. Of course, you may know her husband, Tom, pitched for the New York Mets. And I remember seeing pictures of her when she was at the New York Mets games there as Baker leads it 1-0. Always sitting in the stands when Tom takes the mound. Stout serving. Milo. Boy, Central Methodist got to a quick start and led from start to finish at a tie game of 1 by Kelsey Walker. So Jelana Milo in the serve. Another line drive serve there. Here comes Baker. Woodham to Milo. Ganelli. Mawson. Beautiful shot. 2-1 Central Methodist. Milo serving. Here comes Baker. Oh, a tie game at 2. 2-2 tie here in set number 2. Central Methodist won the first one, 25-11. Rosamine with the serve. A nice kill. Oh, and now a point for Central Methodist. Makes it 3-2. Three to 2 now. The Say Hey, Rita Campos. Back goes Baker. Oh, block. I think Mia Tranklowitz it. 4-2 Central Methodist. What a block there. The Say Hey, Rita Campos will serve. Back goes Baker. And that's out of bounds. Makes it 5-2. 5-2. And the Say Hey, Rita Campos from Portugal. That's an ace, 6-2 on a 4-0 run. On a 4-0 run, Coleman Lee giving out instructions. like a good coach does. Here's the say hey. Say hey to Ganelli. Gasanto. And a point for Baker. I thought Gasanto was going to slide into the dugout there. Now, the only other time I ever saw a ball player slide into the dugout was George Brett in Game 5 of the 1985 World Series, which I still remember watching that on television. Ganelli out to Mawson. And now on the line. Boy, a shot there. And it's 6-4. Six to 4 now. Six to 4 now. There's Ganelli. And that's a kill by Annabelle Mawson. 7-4 now. Gabby Arturek. So Gabby Arturek in the serve. From Lodz, Poland. The capital in Poland is Warsaw. Turek. Dizo with a kill. 8-4 Central Methodist. Turek will serve. Turek. And a point for Baker to make it 8-5. Addie Woodham will serve. Of course, I met her family. Her mom and dad is Aaron and Sharon Woodham. Her two uncles are Danny and Daryl. Also another one, Dwayne and Doug into the net. Also an aunt named Carmen Richter. Also another uncle, Shannon Getford. So it's 9-5 now, and here is Annabelle Mawson. Campos. Gizo. Back goes Baker. Milo. And a kill there makes it 10-5. 10-5 Central Methodist. Mawson. Another line drive. Sorry, tips it off to Aaron. Have Annie Woodham. 11-5. 11-5 now in the second set. And a timeout. Here we are in set number 2. Central Methodist 11. Baker 5. Okay. 11-5, second set of fun sports advantage course at 1 o'clock. Central Methodist women's soccer, they'll be taking on William Penn there. They're still in the hunt for the conference regular season title, the number 1 seed there. 3:30, men's soccer takes on William Penn there. I think men's soccer is in the number 6 spot there as well. 7 o'clock tomorrow night, the American League Championship Series, game number 5 there between the New York Yankees and the Cleveland Guardians. So Mawson serving. And it's back to Baker. Line drive to a Turek. Milo, and it's out of bounds. So it's 11-6 now. Kylie Murray in the serve. Central Methodist won the first one, 25-11. Out of bounds, 12-6, Central Methodist. Kylie Kolb in the serve. Kolb. A Turek. Milo to a Turek. Dizo. And it's a point. Central Methodist, 13-6. 13-6. Kolb serving. Another line drive into the net. 14-6. A 14-6 lead. Central Methodist's largest lead has been 14. That was at the end of the first set. Baker led 1-0. That's been the largest lead, 1. A Turek. Walker, 15-6 on a 4-0 run. Kolb will serve. 15-6 now. Kolb to a Turek. Milo into the net, and it's 15-7. Baker's volleyball plays at Missouri Valley tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. there down in Marshall, Missouri. And now in the serve for Baker. Whoops. Alyssa Champagne from Littleton, Colorado. Mawson to a Turek. Milo. Cross-court shot out of bounds into the scorer's table, 16-7. Julia Ganelli in the serve. Martina Gonzato as Ganelli in the serve. From Verona, Italy, around the area of Venice. Of course, you get there by a boat called a gondola. Ganelli. That's out of bounds, and it's 16-8. Central Methodist ranked number 21 in the polls. Polls came out on Wednesday. Milo. Walker. Casanto to Mawson. Ganelli. Milo. Cross-court shot. 17-8. Central Methodist. So Joanna Milo in the serve. Junior. 17-8. Back goes block. Here comes Woodham. Campos. And a point for Baker, 17-9. Puckett Fieldhouse shivering with its concrete foundation. Emma Grosserheen will serve from Baldwin City, Kansas. That's where Baker University is located at. To the Say-Hey, to Granelli, Kelsey Walker. Campos, Granelli, Milo. Oh, beautiful shot by Joanna Milo. So it's 18-9. And the Say-Hey, Rita Campos will serve. The Say-Hey. Back goes Casanto, Granelli, Mawson. Oh, beautiful shot. 19-9, Central Methodist. And the Say-Hey, Rita Campos in the serve. Back goes Baker. Just gets it over to Milo. Granelli sets it up for Mia Trankler. Campos, Granelli. Back goes Baker. Granelli. Oh, beautiful shot. Joanna Mila makes it 20-9, Central Methodist. That's Lauren Strange, and just to let you know, she is not related to her uncle Curtis Strange, who won the 1988 and 1989 United States Open Men's Golf Championships. And that one in 1988 came on an 18-hole playoff on a Monday afternoon. And it's 20-10 now. 20-10 now. So Grace Wood in the serve from Fort Worth, Texas, around the Dallas area. Keep 20-10 now. Back goes Mawson to Granelli. Granelli to Lauren Strange. Makes it 21-10. Gavia Turek. Turek will be ready to serve. Wants the ball then. Turek. Oh, nice block. Mia Trankler makes it 22-10. And a Turek in the serve. And now that is Lauren Farish from Springfield, Missouri. We'll check into the game there. And also number 17, Haley Dreyer from Burbank, Washington, around the Spokane area. Home area of the great Nick Merkel 2 years ago, played baseball here at Central Methodist. Now he's playing AAA ball for the Milwaukee Brewers. So Addie Woodham will serve. Woodham into the net, makes it 23-11. 23-11, and Lauren Farish in the serve. 2 points away from taking a 2-0 lead now. Farish Back goes. And a point for Baker to make it 23-12. So now Baker in the serve. Long ways to go. Say hey. Diesel gets it over. Here comes Baker. Let's see what they do here. Campos. A Turek. Diesel. And it's 24-12. And that's that point. Get those hands clapping there. That's Kyla Kolb. Kyla Kolb will serve. Kolb. Back goes Baker. Farish. Strange. Here comes Baker. And a point makes it 24-13. So now set point number 2, and as Alyssa Champagne in the serve. A Turek. Oh, nice shot there. Here comes Baker. And that's a victory for Central Methodist. They now lead it 2 games to none, 25-13. We'll have set 3 for you in 2 minutes and 2 seconds on CMUEagles.com.
No matter where you are in your educational journey, Central Methodist University is here for you. With CMU, you can learn on our beautiful campus in Fayette, Missouri, earn a degree completely online, or attend classes at one of our many statewide sites. Whichever path you choose, you will get a quality education that will prepare you for the future you envision. Select one of our programs of distinction in music, biology, or nursing, or choose from more than 60 degree options offered at the undergraduate and graduate levels. And if you decide to join us on campus, you will be able to take advantage of all the university has to offer, including dozens of clubs and organizations, a robust student life, and top-notch NAIA athletics. Discover what makes us different and how a degree from CMU can prepare you for the future. Discover Central Methodist University today.
We're back here at Puckett Fieldhouse. Quentin Norris in the catbird seat. Central Methodist leads the match 25. 2 sets to none. They won the first and 25-11, 25-13. Central Methodist One more set victory. They'll be win number 20, but the most important stat of all, 9-2 in the conference there. Of course, earlier today, the Los Angeles New York Mets, they're still alive. 12-6 victory over the New York Mets in Game 5 of the National League Championship Series. Dodgers lead that one 3-2. Game 6 Sunday night from 1000 Vin Scully Drive there. Yankees lead Cleveland 3-1. Yankees still lead that series 2-1 there. 2-1 there. Also Sunday NFL football at 12 noon. You got Houston taking on Green Bay. Kansas City Chiefs taking on San Francisco 3:25 p.m. New York Jets take on the Pittsburgh Steelers 7:20 p.m. there as well. And also Monday Night Football, you got the New York, you got Tampa and Baltimore. Game time 7:15, 8 o'clock. New York, Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Set 3 underway as the Say Hey to Ganelli. Rita count. That's Milo makes it 1-0. Central Methodist there. Looks like Milo still serving. Back goes Baker. Tie the match at 1 there. Baker in the serve there, tied at 1. Set number 3. Into the net, 2-1, Central Methodist. And now the Say Hey, Rita Campos will serve. Oh, that's an ace by the Say Hey, Rita Campos. 3-1, Central Methodist. Three to 1 now. The Say Hey will serve. And another one for the Say Hey. 4-1, Central Methodist. They just continue to beat you in every area of the match. The Say Hey serving into the net, 4-2 now. Emma Grosserheim will serve. Ganelli, Trankler, 5-2, Central Methodist. Mariah Bostick-Jones checks in for the first time tonight from Jacksonville. Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. In about 2 weeks from now, the annual Florida-Georgia football match will be played in Jacksonville. I believe that's a 2:30 start time on ABC television. Bostick-Jones in the serve. Dug out to Bostick-Jones. I believe that is a net call to make it 5-3. When Baker, in that first meeting, Baker won their only set in set 3, 25-23 on September the 24th. And now in the serve, Taryn Dial. Bostic Jones couldn't get to it, and it's a 5-4 game. They led one time, 1-0 in the second set. That's the largest lead. Central Methodist's largest lead has been 14. Bostic Jones to Annabelle Mawson makes it 6-4 Central Methodist. 6-4 now in the third set. Of course, about just an hour ago, of course, Greg Schmidt broadcast his 6,000th game on KMMO radio. And Ace makes it 7-4. And it was an 8-man football match between Concordia and Sweet Springs down in Sweet Springs High School. Looking forward to hearing the rest of the broadcast there. Hopefully we'll hear more from Greg Schmidt during the post-game wrap-up on KMMO radio with host Larry Smith. Back goes Bostic Jones to Milo. Bostic Jones, Dizo. Grosaheen to Bostic Jones. Milo. Mawson to Bostic Jones. Bostic Jones to Milo. Floater. Oh, on the corner. 9-8 Central Methodist. Oh, what a beautiful shot there. Boy, that was pure English. It's like hitting a cue ball into the side pocket. Hitting the 9-ball into the side pocket. Out of bounds, and make it 8-5. Bree Reedy will serve. She is from Topeka, Kansas. Bostic Jones, Dizo. Bostic Jones to Dizo into the net, and it's 8-6. Eight to 6 now. Say hey to Bostic Jones. Oh, beautiful shot by Mia Trankler. 9-6. Kaya Kolb will serve. Kolb. And a point for Baker, makes it 9-7. Kylie Murray in the serve. Just a little past 8 o'clock on Friday, October the 18th. Milo to Dezo. Say hey to Bostic Jones. Milo into the net. Makes it 9-8 now. Kylie Murray in the serve. Nine, 8. Bostic Jones. Walker. Just a bit outside, and we are tied at First tie since it was 1-1. And a timeout there. Set 3, 9-9 here on CMUEagles.com.
No matter where you are in your educational journey, Central Methodist University is here for you. With CMU, you can learn on our beautiful campus in Fayette, Missouri, earn a degree completely online, or attend classes at one of our many statewide sites. Whichever path you choose, you will get a quality education that will prepare you for the future you envision. Select one of our programs of distinction in music, biology, or nursing, or choose from more than 60 degree options offered at the undergraduate and graduate levels. And if you decide to join us on campus, you will be able to take advantage of all the university has to offer, including dozens of clubs and organizations, a robust student life, and top-notch NAIA athletics. Discover what makes us different and how a degree from CMU can prepare you for the future. Discover Central Methodist University today.
I would tell you, because I've known him for, 9-9 tie, set number 3. Central Methodist won the first one 25-11, 25-13. Looking for win number 20. Bostic Jones, Milo, Dizo. Oh, nice shot there, Joanna Milo. 10-9, Central Methodist. Julia Ganelli. Leticia Barea also checks in there for the first time tonight. Julia Ganelli in the serve. Ganelli with a floater out there. Let's see what Baker does here. And couldn't get it over the net. 11-9 now. Ganelli in the serve. Eleven to 9. Blocked. I think Kelsey Walker gets it. 12-9. Central Methodist on a 3-0 run. Dustin Carrier walking, pacing back and forth. First year at Central came from Campbellsville. Ganelli. Say hey to Ganelli. Walker. Oh, beautiful shot. 13-9. Maybe that timeout helped Central Methodist. Coleman Lee cheering his team on. Buckhead Fieldhouse shivering with its concrete foundations. Oh, another one. Ace, 14-9. So now some. Ganelli in the serve. Back goes two-handed set play to say hey to Ganelli. Into the net, and that's it, 10-9. $15-9. $15-9 now. Ganelli. Walker, 16-9. 16-9. 16-9 now. A 17-9. And you believe that, an 8-0 run now. You remember in the first set, they were on a 7-0 run. So Maggie Johnson checks in there from Camdenton. Also another former Central Methodist volleyball player, Jordan Wolf, from a few years ago. Back goes Baker. Oh, Johnson. Double hit call makes it 17-10. Vanessa Cantoni in there, and there's Kirsten Harmon in the serve. Harmon, Campos, Cantoni, Milo, Campos, Cantoni, Berea. Back goes to Cantoni. Oh, and Vanessa Cantoni makes it 18-10. Joanna Milo in the serve. Milo. And that's an ace, 19-10. Central Methodist 6 points away from win number 20, but most important stat, 9-2 in the conference. And most likely could be moving up past the top 20 when the polls come out on October the 30th. And a point for Baker to make it 19-11. So, Bree Reedy in the serve. No, actually, that's Caitlin Stouts. Mawson. Cantoni to Berea. Woodham. Oh, beautiful two-handed set play. 19-12. Stout in the serve. Out of bounds, 20-12. 20-12. They're 5 points away, and there's Haley Dreyer. Lauren Farish checks in there. And to say hey, Rita Campos in the serve. And a point for Baker, makes it 20-13. So now here is Emma Grosahim will serve. Cantoni, oh, beautiful one. Mia Trankler, 21-13. Mariah Bostic Jones in there, along with Lauren Strange. From Bloomington, Illinois, the famous celebrity is Denny Matthews, the radio announcer of the Kansas City Royals. He just completed his 56th season. Woodham to Bostic Jones to the say hey. Strange, 22-13. 22-13 now. 3 points away Puckett Fieldhouse shivering with its concrete foundations. Woodham on the line down the left field corner, 22-14. Alyssa Champagne will throw a quarter after this. We'll take you out to Progressive Field for Game 4 of the American League Championship Series. New York and Cleveland, Brian Anderson, Ron Darling, Jeff Francoeur, Lauren Shahadi, Jimmy Rollins, Dusty Baker, and Pedro Martinez. Bostic Jones. And a block there, Mia Trankler, 23-14. So now here is Vanessa Ganelli in the third. Gia Ganelli. Say hey to Bostic Jones. Ferris out of bounds, 23-15. Taryn Dial in the serve. Say hey to Bostic Jones. Strange. Stout. Oh, miscommunication, and it's 23-16. And the serve is Bree Reedy. Out of bounds, and it is match point Central Methodist. From 46,210, millions are watching on television across the world, including the ones in Fayette and Baldwin City, Kansas. Kyla Kolb in the serve. Line drive serve. Bostic Jones, Strange. Block, and that's a winner! 25-16 victory for Central Methodist. A three-game victory there. Let's go ahead and recap tonight's scoring, tonight's totals there. Central Methodist won the first one, 25-11, 25-13, 25-16. Central Methodist, they are 20-5, 8-3 in the conference. They'll host Missouri Valley Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. Also, we have an NHL game at 5 o'clock. The Washington Capitals take on the Philadelphia Flyers. That's at 5 o'clock there as well. Baker, they're 10-10, 3-8 in the conference. They'll play at Missouri Valley tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. With North State so long, that's 7,801. Let's head out to Cleveland for game number 4 of the American League Championship Series. Brian Anderson, Ron Darling, Jeff Rancourt, and our student, Lauren Shahadi. We got Jimmy Rollins, the manager, Dusty Baker, and Hall of Fame pitcher, Pedro Martinez.